Self-love, self first, baby. Every single day, all day, with every situation. I kid you not, with every situation. I got a thought on my mind and I want to talk about it. The thought that comes to my mind is you need to stay positive. Regardless to what you're going through, you know, you're not going to get past your problems and situations if every time you make a turn and things are not happening your way, and then your response is like, it's like a trickle effect, it's like a domino effect, and all of a sudden now you're not feeling right, now you don't want to handle your business, and then now everyone who's around you that's watching you, they don't even want to help you. All of a sudden everybody has an attitude. Like, okay, you see how that just sounds? It sounds chaotic, because that's the energy that is that's the energy that's coming from you. When you're in that zone of a problem and you don't want to handle your problem, but you want to catch an attitude about your own problems, your own personality, and all of a sudden everybody is feeling your energy, nobody wants to come around you. Nobody wants to talk to you. They want to skedaddle because they got their own situations that they're handling. And you know what's crazy? What a lot of people don't talk about are those who handle their business. Those who handle their business do not want to be around people who don't know how to handle their business. I'm letting you know that off bat. Nobody has to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it. You understand? I'm going to speak the truth here, because there's a lot of people who really don't know how to work under heavy stress. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I understand. I get it. Everybody got a different level, a different tolerance to things. Everybody's issues aren't the same. But guess what? Every issue and every tolerance, lack thereof, can be overcame. You can overcome. Anything can be handled. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Will it be handled the way you want to handle it? The end result? Maybe, maybe not. And both ends of the both ends of the spectrum, you have to be okay with that, because not every scenario is gonna pan out the way you want it to pan out. And I believe when it comes to that positive thinking, first of all, when you think positive, all of a sudden magic happens. I'm gonna be honest with you. Keep thinking positive, because eventually you're gonna get that. It's that the rhythm of that will continue and you will see things. But let's bring it back. Let's bring it back to those moments when things ain't working your way and you still being positive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. I totally get it. But that doesn't give you room to give up. It doesn't give you room to have an attitude. It doesn't give you room to spaz on other people. It doesn't give you room for you to be able to just treat life however the hell you want and give up. Because remember, everybody on this earth has a responsibility. And not everybody, like I was saying, not everybody handles situations the same. Some people handle stress a lot different than others. Some people collapse under stress. Some people rise over stress. You understand? I know the best mentality that I've ever had when it comes to heavy, loaded, constant problem solving in certain situations is that I can handle it or I can't. If I can't handle it, I'm asking for help. If I can't handle it, then I'm gonna see it out to the best, highest, not the lowest end or the lowest average, scenario, but I'm gonna see it to the highest scenario that I possibly can. You understand? That's a practice. That's a practice that a lot of people have to take on. Stop giving up on situations because it's not working your way. Because people with high frequency have responsibilities, and so do people with low frequency. You wouldn't have low frequency had you handled your situations right to begin with, because the only reason why you're dealing with low frequency is because you've been dealing with stuff in that manner, like that, for months. Let's talk about it. That's another thing nobody wants to talk about. But I'm going to talk about it, because at the end of the day, the person who's dealing with things on a low vibrational trait, they don't even really understand the seeds that they're planting. The trickle effect of how that energy is coming off to yourself, your ego, your characteristic, to others. So whether you care about others' feelings about how you handle business or not, it doesn't matter. The point is that you're still affecting others. It doesn't matter. You understand? So I just want to say something. When you are in a positive zone, which you should stay in a positive zone, whether things are working your way or not, be nice, be kind, be compassionate. And it takes a lot. It takes a lot. But once you're in that type of lifestyle, it becomes so normal that when it comes to those stressful situations, they are no longer considered stress. You understand? They're considered situations and obstacles that are there, and either you can handle it or you can't. And you become very, you deal with things better. You won't be so stressed out. You'll be a lot calmer. You'll be a lot more loving. You'll be a person that others will come and help. It takes time because it depends on the level of your karma that you done put out. Let's talk about it, because you know I'm gonna say it. You understand? A lot of people don't want to tell the truth. You understand? And it has taken me a couple of years, even for me, to step in my higher power, because it's not something that is done overnight. Nobody on this earth is perfect. No one. You understand? It takes time for you to get into a rhythm of things. It takes time for you to get adjusted to change. It takes time for you to create a new lifestyle for yourself. But I kid you not, self-love. You know I'm gonna say it. Self-love, self-first, baby. That's where it's at. Why? Because the flow that you continue to create, you will see the change. You will feel the change. People will see it on you. They're gonna want to love you more. It's like magic, baby. It's like magic. I promise you. I kid you not. You understand? And let me tell you something. It takes time. It takes time. It takes time for you to love yourself, because then you got to understand, what is it that you are peeling off of you for you to become back to your natural self of who you truly are. That original person, that original loving person, the way you are when, like, I'm gonna throw it out there, like when you was first born, when you were little, before the earth and the world and the people on this earth got to you, and the education got to you, and the friends that you kept got to you, the boyfriends and girlfriends that you had got to you, the scenarios that you could not overcome mess with your ego, the kids that you have, if you do have kids, the stress that you incurred, whether you're a parent with a husband or wife in the home, whether you're co-parenting or whether you're single parents, it doesn't matter. We all go through scenarios where you just gotta handle it, baby. And depending upon how you handling it, depends on the, you know how you are as an individual. And sometimes, things can get a bit trying. But that's like with everything else in this earth, with work, with friends, with, family, with people random in the street. Like, there's issues and situations that happen all the time. If you're a driver, you understand? Tell me one full year that you didn't have an issue with your car, that you didn't have to put money out. And I'm not saying that you had an issue, something broke or anything. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about where you had to take your car in for insurance purposes, registration, what is it called? Inspection. Tell me a scenario where, just different things where you don't have to figure out the solution. You understand? Solution is to everything. It just, maybe it's not happening your way. You understand? But it could happen. And what I've learned from a dear one, and I didn't even look at it like this, there's many different perspectives for the same scenario. So you can take care of the outcome. How do you really want this to pan out? How do you really want this to end? How do you really want the results to how would you say, what results do you want from the scenario? What perspective of the spectrum do you want out of this? You understand? Like someone brought that to my attention, and I was like, you know what? This can come out in many different ways. And how I mention it in my videos is you have one address, but you have many different ways to get that one address, right? So it's the same thing with problems and solutions. Like, not every problem is it always going to be dealt with that one linear way. Linear is when things are done one way and one way only, and this is the only way that it can be done. You guys got to get out of that, because you are holding yourself back and you are killing the situations. It's like, if it doesn't get done this way, then life is over. No, you gotta be open. You gotta have that quantum mentality. You understand? Some things you need to be able to be more joyous with, compassionate with. You got to bring your kindness out. You got to bring your problem solving out. You have to be able to, what is it called? How would you say, look at it in a bigger perspective. Like, if it's a scenario that you're not the only one that's involved in this scenario or this issue, who else is going to be affected by this? You understand? Because when you don't know how to open up your mentality quantumly, you're being selfish technically. You understand? And when you're being selfish, that's why things don't work your way. That's why you can't stay positive. That's why you always having issues. Understand? Okay, so when you dive deep into self-love, self-first, you gotta understand problem solving is every single day. And do yourself a justice. Learn how to problem solve on a quantum level and stop being so linear about every little thing. You understand? Let it go. Let it go so that you can live your life more comfortably. You understand? Trust me. It took me a long time to get that right. It took me a long time to get that part right. So it's going to, depending upon the level of your maturity or the level of spirituality you're in, or the level of growth you're in, or the level of openness that you're in, the more tighter the top is on that, the harder it's going to be for you. Loosen up. Loosen up. Life is to be lived. You understand? Enjoy life, guys. Stop putting a cap on everything. Things don't have to be one way. And the sooner you start believing and thinking and understanding that, trust me, things are going to go a lot better for you. I know. I had to go through it. You understand? So, and that's especially, oh my goodness, I'm not even going to go there. So, self-love. Self-love, self-first. Breathe in. And breathe out. And understand that everything is going to be okay. Do your part so that anyone who is a problem, they either step up or they ship out. You understand? And that's how it goes. Stay positive, guys. Self-love, self-first at all times, baby. Ciao.